So this is Howard Walensky calling for Skype from Chicago, where it's about 30 degrees, and I'm speaking with Ann Mirtschin, who is in Melbourne, Australia. And how warm is it there?
Today it would be about, we're centigrade, so it'd be about 28 degrees centigrade. And I actually live about 3.5 hours from Melbourne in a small rural country town called Hawkesdale. But no one knows that, so we just say we live near Melbourne.
I hear you. So you use Skype in the classroom, and how does that go? In what grade do
Uh,
you teach?
okay, last year when I used Skype quite a bit, I taught grade 2 right through to year 12. But I use Skype with grades 4 through to year 10.
And so how old are those children then?
Well, the grade 4 children would be approximately 10 years old, and the year 10s would be 16 years old. And sometimes I've actually had a mixed age group from that range, exactly 10 years old right through to 16, all in the one classroom
So what
on
what
Skype.
what do you do with Skype?
We like to connect with other classrooms and teachers. So my year 9 10s tended to share blogs with a school in Connecticut, and we've had two big video conferences with those students. We started off Skyping with a school in Korea because one of my teacher colleagues from Australia was actually teaching in Korea English as another language or the second language. And she wanted to try video conferencing with Skype from there. So that was actually 2007 at the end. And we just started up with the students, one student asking a question, then a Korean student would answer it, then they'd ask a question and mine would answer it. And they tended to be very slow, stilted. Sometimes the children would get a bit bored with that. And then one of the boys found a blue-tongue lizard under the systems technology shed, and he wanted to bring it into the video conference. So we find now we could actually have the little blue tongue of the lizard showing up on the video camera, and we find our show and tell works much, much better. Students have an object and they talk to the object.
Hmm. When you were talking to the students in Korea, was there a translator, or did those children speak Korean? I'm sorry, did they speak English?
No, they actually spoke English reasonably well and enough for us to get by. We did have Korean teachers sitting in there watching and listening, so I'm sure they would have done some translating, but we just had to speak very slowly, very clearly, and we used the chat window quite a bit to make sure the message got through what we were talking about as well.
So you would write little notes back and forth?
Yes. We've also done video conferencing with a school in Manila in the Philippines. They learn English as a second language. Most of them speak quite good English, but they speak very fast in their Filipino accent, so they also have to slow down. We've actually had our two schools, and we've had a lady in America that's helped us with that, and we've used the chat furiously there as well.
Hmm.
But the link up with like Connecticut, those kids speak just our language. They all want to know what teenagers are like, what we do in Australia. We want to know what they do. And the last time we video conferenced, they actually brought a sample of their supper, what they ate, and it was just after what do you call it? Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have that here. So our students were fascinated with the food they had. They had pumpkin cheesecake and broccoli and some things that we don't even eat here in Australia.
Hmm. Although you have, what is it, Vegemite? Huh?
We have Vegemite, so we've always got that one on Skype when we do it with the first school. Yes, we always show them what Vegemite is. And we find it's better. They want to know what it feels like, looks like, tastes like. So we now get a knife out and spread it on the bread or the biscuit, so they've got an idea what the texture is, and that it's not a jelly or soft or like honey.
Mm-hmm.
So as you use the software, you sort of realise, what works a bit better and what can actually get the message across a little bit better.
Mm. Now, are there any secrets to setting up cameras in the classroom? Any?
Yes, we had a camera. All we've got is very cheap equipment. We've got a really basic web camera on top of an interactive whiteboard in the library, and we just hooked it up the top. But we found it's better to put the camera on a tripod now. So we sit it up down lower near the students. We used to move the camera a lot to show what we wanted to show them, but we find it's much better to keep the camera still if you can and move the students to the camera all the time. But if we want to demonstrate what cricket looks like, we have to move the camera so they can see the overarm bowling and the plastic bat in the library.
I see, but indoor cricket?
Well, it's really they play it outdoors, but we showed it indoors because that's the only way we could show it.
I
But
see.
also when we Skyped with Korea, they actually took their web camera to the window and showed us the snow. So we don't have snow here, so that was fascinating for our students to see that.
Hmm. Well, any other pointers or any new directions you're going to take Skype in the classroom?
Well, I think organisation and confidence with the person you're Skyping is really important. You need to be able to test to make sure it all works before you actually go on. You need a backup. So if the Skype doesn't work on the day, you need to back up. Oh, I must say, we had a wonderful experience with Russia, and they actually brought on their traditional folk dances. These younger students actually came in and did folk dancing for us. So we actually saw what that looked like in traditional uniform. They also brought in their artwork. You know those, is it Matushka dolls? The
The
wooden dolls
dolls
that come
within
apart.
dolls?
Yeah, that's right. So they showed us all that. So that was so interesting for us to see all that.
Hmm.
Where do we go from here? I love this sort of connection and communication, and we're going to try and maintain connections and try and keep working at improving it, making it as realistic as possible.
Hmm. Well, tell you what, Ann, I think I have what I need for now. I hope to stay in touch with you, see what else you're doing. So, thanks a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Bye now.